Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Myst III Exile. Let's continue. So, we made it to the last part of the puzzle, the island before the island. This is a very nature island, centering around the bird that we saw fly around a couple times. This elevator that we're using right now is a plant-based elevator that doesn't quite make sense. And I'm looking around for a couple things. Like, one, have I missed any pages of the book, of the journal? I may have. Or we may find some pages in the journal in the final island. And two, we're looking to see if there's a way to escape this area. Theoretically, I guess we've seen a painting by our book thief character in every island, so there might be one on the main Tusk Island and there might be one here. Meanwhile, we need to read another piece of the journal, so let's go through this as we try to wrap up and read everything. We keep finding pages for this. No, it cannot be true. Surely his journals deceive me. He says he brought them back. He says he's giving his Dunny brethren new life. But how? How can one man have so much power? How can one man's writings reawaken a dead world? I don't know what this means. By all that is sacred, Thamar, what can it mean? Doesn't change a thing. I can still continue as I planned. I can still seek revenge from my people. I will make my enemies suffer. By the weaving Thamaria. Thamaria, I guess, is Tamaria, whatever it is. I guess maybe his significant other, and the other name that we were seeing, Nayana, was his world, his age. And this looks like this was written later. By the weaving Tamaria, this changes everything. So yeah, we're still trying to get through all of these. Let's see. Would it be worth it to go through? I think we've already read this one. Yeah, the cavern is almost ready. For weeks I've been polishing and rubbing at the cracks to obtain a smooth surface. So this is where he was making paint and painting. Tomorrow I begin mixing the paints, so maybe we'll get to this. And then we've read this one too. I found a way to reprogram the scanning device. That's from the main Tusk Island. It is finished. All is ready for Atris' arrival. Tomorrow we'll sleep amongst the ghosts. Yeah, we've read that too. So that finishes this book until we find some more pages, but this numbering system seems to imply to me that there probably are more pages in here. I'm guessing 3 or 4. And then there's one long paragraph in the Atris' journal compared to the book thief's journal. See, I'm not supposed to climb up. That would be unreasonable. And what we did is we walked around and we sucked out all the water in this plant and all the and an electric squid. Maybe the plants are electric and not the squid. But there's nothing I can see that I can click on or in any way interact with, so maybe I just needed to pull the squid out and put it back in. I'm doing a lot of spinning around in circles. The light in this world are crystals and flowers. Alright, so that's where we came from. This is where we're going. I could certainly see people speedrunning this and wanting to just zip, do this in zip mode, because that would be annoying. So here's the electric squid that we sucked in. You can see it's glowing. Maybe we can walk further in this direction. It doesn't strike me as we can. Maybe we can walk further in this direction. No? Can we perhaps walk further in that direction? No. And there's no way we're gonna get the sunlight to pop this. There's nothing to do. Like, I see no switch or lever or way of walking around this to undo what I've done. So I assume that this is right. Either that, or perhaps I have to leave the entire island and come back. And that wouldn't make a lot of sense. Okay. Looks like I may have found a tunnel to a new area. We needed to find a new area. Game was not making enough sense otherwise. So if we can get that, that'll make a leaf to make a bridge. These are the plants that grew bigger when we had the squeaking. I don't think that was the squeaking sound though that made him grow bigger. We're hearing sounds, but if I'm supposed to be figuring out some kind of sound code, I'm probably gonna fall into doing a walkthrough, because that is not realistic that I'd be able to figure out a sound code just by hearing sounds in specific spaces and then assumedly needing to walk to specific places in some specific order. Right. You know, one thing I would say is Abduction kind of failed to have enough weird plants like this in its game. It went a different route than what I was expecting, and stuck to a very singular mechanic that, okay, so maybe now I'm opening up a pattern where I could shoot that and release the water and potentially shock the tree. And here we have another plant that we need to figure out how to move. You know, the one thing that felt really Myst-like and puzzly in Abduction was basically just an Easter egg machine that none of the new developers even wanted in the game, and one of the Miller brothers overruled them and put it in. And frankly, I kind of agree with the new programmers on that one. They had a much more reasonable understanding of what a game these days should be like, and instead of being super cryptic like this is. I think I missed something. Should be a little bit more that happens. We pulled that made us reach this, and we grabbed that. Okay, so we've pulled down a switch. Now we kind of have a symbol of swinging the places, apparently. So what are the two places we can swing? Over here or over here? That is very, very physical for a Myst series game. So this is looks like this is a snare trap designed to catch probably the creature that makes the gems, the plants grow bigger. We haven't done any like crystals, and see that's part of the reason why the real Myst Remastered add-on content feels a little out of place, is because it really isn't in line with what the original Myst games were. The idea that the crystals played any real role, and it was via crystals that people originally figured out how to make linking books. It just adds a new level of complication to things for no reason. I should be able to hit this plant, and yet I can't. And then there we go. And we put that where it needs to be. I think we'll probably just have to wait and then okay. So then the question becomes, what do we do to get the animal to appear? Because before it was living in some kind of plant. Well, let's just move on. That was straight up sliding down. You definitely get the feeling of just how much these worlds are designed to be let's see. So he's eating it. Maybe there's no need to be cruel. So this time I'm not gonna move it, and I'm just gonna leave. And what I'm wondering is, maybe it's not a trap at all. Maybe it's just a sound catcher. Maybe it just catches the sound. Or maybe there's something else to this. Like that. Okay. We got it. Yay for us. But yeah, you totally see how this is very amusement park ride stuff, designed for his designed for Atris's children, not for you see, that just does not work at all. They're supposed to be learning while having fun. If we go this way, well, that's just over there. We trapped it. What are we supposed to do with it now? We'll just free it. Is there something else we missed? Because this is the thing. This is where we would want the plant to grow. So that I guess it would break this area. Maybe that's what it's gonna do, is break this wood so I could swing further in that direction to go all the way over there. Yeah, that's not super obvious. Alright. And it looks like you'd be able to just walk over that direction, but you can't. Also still not finding any new journal entries. So there's something else I'm supposed to do. No, not yet. I don't think. Maybe eventually. This comes down and it has feathers on it. There's nothing that would make you swing, it seems like, in any other direction. And what if I was to roll the light back? See, what you would want to do is pick up this creature and have him go that direction. But that's clearly not what you can do. And so I'm just gonna have to leave it here. Just really cruelly leave the creature there. And I think we're gonna have to go back and to other sections of the puzzle. Where did we start? Started going from that point. We have this fish. So we've trapped a fish, we've trapped a we've trapped another creature. So unless this entices the bird, not really sure what we're supposed to be doing here. So we still got that electricity sound going. But all it is a sound. Doesn't seem like it's a path or in any way anything that makes sense. And you'd think with the elevator, you'd think with all of that stuff that the lower section does not connect to the upper section. I would assume that much. But maybe that's wrong. Maybe the plant way at the top that we clicked and moved is directly somehow connected to the plant way at the bottom. The only other thing I could really think is possibly that we needed to come up here to trigger something. Yeah, like this plant here. And this here. Might. Looking downward. As much as possible. Yeah, there's just nothing here. Unless this is what's supposed to happen. Does the image look particularly different when we don't have a light on it? Not really, and it's not like the audio one before. Let's, I suppose, go all the way back to where we started just to make sure something hasn't changed. Let's see, where is it? Down this way, I think. And see, this puzzle is more of an exploration puzzle that this world, this island, is, and so it's not just a random, oh, I found the puzzle, it's obviously the puzzle is here and now I just need to brute force it with many solutions. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. Yeah. Still not anything here. Yeah, I'm moving kind of fast, but I don't see any change. This tree trunk island is pretty small. And all we do is we keep seeing these eyeball plants. But no real solutions. The fact that we can see that there is another one of these on the side of that mountain tells me eventually we will come up into another section. And just not yet. Quite frankly, I'm seeing the animations of transitioning too often. We didn't do it that often in the previous worlds because I basically remembered how to do them. This is probably somewhat similar to the order in which I did these islands and ages the first time I played the game, and thus the third world is later on where I would have forgotten more. Let's not be distracted by things we've already tried to look at. Let's see if maybe there's something we're not seeing. So these plants and this plant wraps around. This is that one swing area. So down we go this way. I guess if we don't hear the chirping, then we know we've probably gone too far. Just want this to grow. Want it to grow. Is there possibly a way to do this? You know what? I think there probably is. I think what I've made a mistake here with. We'll pull this in. Does that change anything? No. I think what we maybe needed to do is not trap the creature, but instead just guide it all the way down until it falls. So I'm thinking we just move it. Alright. So we can shake this fruit. And we can move it this way. And we can just keep on moving it. Okay, maybe this is good enough. Maybe what I do is this, and then go around, and then go around, go around, and maybe all I needed to do is have the creature block off his exit path, so he'll run in a different direction. Ah. That was a little complicated. But, you know, Atris is not about trapping people. That's more of his stuff that his evil sons would have done. So it's almost like a trick here to show that no, that isn't the solution. Violence isn't the solution. That was a really, really long swing that it does not seem reasonable that you would have been able to actually accomplish. And then we've now got a pathway connecting back, but I'm not sure that there's actually a way to get back to that and do any of that ever again. So that may have been a one-time deal. Fair enough, though. I mean, who cares? We can't do the swing animation again. I'm getting more sounds. And just still trying to look around to make sure there's not a mural painted or pages of the book thief's journal. We're hearing sound, certainly, of some kind of pitcher plant. Sounds like there might be something in that pitcher plant. Getting digested as we speak. Did we send the poor creature into the pitcher plant? Alright. So the bird is trapped in the pitcher plant. So we need to electrify the pitcher plant. Okay. And by freeing the bird, we might solve everything about this island. Which goes to show that somehow Atris can program not only just the basic general concepts of the beginnings of an age, but he can get down to complicated actions, what is going to happen. His godlike powers really show no limit. At least that's what we're kind of assuming is the case here, because if that wasn't the case, then how would anybody have solved this island otherwise? Ah, and here's that mural. They came as adults and showed the Myst linking books and told them to abandon their faith. And you have to do this, which will suck in water and I imagine the electric eel again. Yep, so we're moving it from point to point. A little skip there when it went to its looping animation. And here's some paint he's using. So yeah, if this was a much more modern game, I mean, finding every mural would have been the solution. Our book thief, not the best drawer in the world, but fair enough. Well, it's been another 30 minutes. I suspect we are at save 14, so well, was that 14 that we were at, or I skipped to 17 because I hit the wrong thing? Alright, well, save. Well, it's save 14, which means we're 7 hours into what I'm guessing is about a 10-hour game. That seems about right. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to further follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wish list. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.